Good morning, everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that hits close to home for a lot of us: toxic people. Yes, those who drain your energy, question your worth, and make you doubt yourself. They might be a friend, a family member, a coworker, or even a partner. But the truth is, no matter who they are, toxic people don't deserve a place in your life. And today, I want to help you learn how to spot them and, most importantly, handle them so you can live a life that's full of positivity and strength. So let's get started. The first thing I want you to remember is a simple truth. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Sometimes the people closest to us are the very ones holding us back. These people will chip away at your confidence with criticism, manipulation, and guilt. They may belittle your achievements or make you feel like you're always walking on eggshells. The key here is to pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. If you feel drained, exhausted, or less than you are, there's a chance you're dealing with a toxic person. Recognizing the red flags. The first step to handling toxic people is to recognize them. A lot of us ignore the red flags because, let's be honest, it's not easy to admit someone close to us might be toxic. But to live fully, you have to face reality. Toxic people are often manipulators. They twist situations to make themselves look like the victim and you the villain. They play games not because they care, but because they crave control. Be mindful if you notice patterns like guilt-tripping, backhanded compliments, or constant criticism. Then there's the blame game. Toxic people rarely take responsibility for their actions. If you find someone constantly blaming others, or even you, for their problems, it's a red flag. As Maya Angelou once said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. If someone shows you that they don't value your time, your emotions, or your boundaries, believe them. Setting boundaries. Now, let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries are not rude, they are essential. Think of them as invisible shields protecting your energy. Setting boundaries isn't about keeping people out, it's about keeping yourself safe. A toxic person will push these boundaries and make you feel guilty for it. They'll say things like, "You've changed," or "You're so sensitive," but that's just their way of controlling you. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you reinforce. Don't let guilt trap you into giving more than you're comfortable with. It's okay to say no without explaining. No is a complete sentence. Toxic people hate boundaries because they lose their power when you set them. But here's the truth. If someone truly cares about you, they'll respect the limits you set, limiting contact and, if necessary, cutting ties. Now, sometimes setting boundaries isn't enough, and you might need to distance yourself, or even cut ties altogether. And I know, it sounds harsh, but here's what you have to remember. Sometimes the only way to heal is to let go of what hurts you. Life is too short to spend it surrounded by people who drain you. If someone constantly causes stress, pain, or insecurity, it's okay to put yourself first and let them go. You deserve people who lift you up, who inspire you, and who respect you. Toxic people can't give you that, and that's okay. Not everyone belongs in your life's journey. If distancing yourself feels uncomfortable, that's normal. Growth often feels uncomfortable at first, but it leads to freedom and peace. Don't let fear or guilt keep you in a place you've outgrown. Step 4, strengthening your support network. And here's the good news. When you let go of toxicity, you make room for people who truly care. Surround yourself with people who make you feel valued and understood. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So make sure those 5 are people who genuinely care about you. Find people who respect your boundaries, who celebrate your victories, and who are there for you during tough times. Those are the ones who deserve your time and energy. Closing, as we wrap up, I want you to take one final thing with you. You can't change people, but you can change how you respond to them. Don't waste your precious energy trying to fix a toxic person. Instead, focus on building yourself, setting strong boundaries, and surrounding yourself with positivity. Remember, you are responsible for your happiness, and part of that responsibility is knowing when to walk away from negativity. So as you leave here today, hold your head high. You have the power to free yourself from toxic influences. Don't let anyone dim your light. Thank you, and keep shining.